Hello, everyone, and welcome to BodyBags. I'll be your reviewer for today. I'm Lonnie from Sharon Tats, and I think you already know this week. This is a label week, and this week we're doing from the MVD line and the rewind. I got the number two in the MVD rewind collection. I know I reviewed this movie in the past on the show, but I don't recall if I ever really. I think I just reviewed the movie, but I don't think I reviewed the edition, the MVD edition of it. But the movie that I'm talking about is Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and so I'm not going to really talk too much about I'm not going to really talk too much about the movie itself because I've reviewed it before. But I'll give you a quick idea about it, and my quick thoughts about it. But really, what I want to talk about is the MVD edition of this. And surprisingly, I wish I still had it. This is a movie that you would not think that it would have, but this is a movie that ended up getting really good editions of it put out, in physical media. There was a really beautiful kind of a box collector edition DVD of it back in the day from Anchor Bay, and then we got this beauty come from MVD. Now the plot is simple. Basically, the movie is pretty much the movie really is like a spoof of kind of like 50s and 60s kind of atomic age kind of sci-fi movies and kind of like nature run amok kind of science gone awry kind of films, and this movie is very much a parody of this. We find out that tomatoes, for whatever reason, have become, now they become live, and then they go around and they start eating people. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, if you go into Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, okay, it's a goofball idea, okay? If you're going into this thinking you're going to get a really super serious blood and gore, extreme kind of horror movie, you're in for a really bad time. If you're going into this thinking you're going to get, just goofball silliness and just, this is a full-blown comedy. This movie is way more of a comedy than it is a horror film. Let's be real. But it is a lot of fun. It does kind of spoof but pay homage to kind of, like I said, kind of like, nature or science run amok movies from the 50s and 60s, that kind of thing, It definitely has that kind of vibe. So anyway, so tomatoes are, they're going around, they're eating people, and the more people they eat, the bigger that they get. The special effects are really unconvincing. But, the whole point of this movie is just really seriously shut your brain off and just let yourself be entertained by it. Because if you really try to go into this, looking at it objectively, trying to take it serious, like I said, you're gonna hate it. But if you go in just hey, I just want something for entertainment, something for fun, and just I just want something, a good time, a good 90 minutes, some cheap laughs and everything else. This movie will do it. This movie is, personally, I love this movie. I've watched it, plenty of times growing up. It's just a hoot, And this is something, like if I just want something to just shut my brain off and, just have a good time, then, I have no problems putting this in. And of course, it was followed by several sequels. You have Return of the Killer Tomatoes that had John Astin and, pre-superstardom George Clooney. Then you had, Killer Tomatoes, what was it, Strike Back, I think it was called. And then was it Killer Tomatoes Eat France or something like that? There's at least, three other movies. And I think they tried to do a cartoon of this as well. But anyway, so, the tomatoes are going around killing people and all this kind of stuff. And so, they hired this man named Mason Dixon, and it's his job to basically find out why the tomatoes are, running amok and causing havoc and all this kind of stuff. And then it's also his job to, put a stop to it, if he can. And then, you get all the kind of stuff you would see. You come to find out that, you got like scenes where you got like, the army meeting with the scientists, and the scientists trying to explain what's happening, and then the army, talking about like, well, I don't care really why it's happening. We just have to stop it, whatever cost, yada yada yada, and stuff like that. And then you have and then of course there's the shady government side that's behind this whole thing, and there's a reason for all of this, and so it definitely follows the flow and vibe of 50s 60s sci-fi kind of atomic age horror films, sci-fi films. But anyway, though, yeah, just the movie, it's very, very funny. I think it's funny. I know there are probably a lot of people who are going to look at a movie like this and just roll their eyes, and this movie's not going to be for everybody. It's not going to be to everybody's taste. But like I said, if you just want something for a good cheap laugh, then yeah, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes will definitely do the job. It's a lot of fun. I think it is. Okay, and there are parts in this movie that just crack me up. Like the part where the guy is sitting in this library, and there are people all around him and stuff like that. And then you have a narrator doing voiceover, and he's saying, even the mere mention of the word strikes terror into the hearts of those who hear it. And the guy just sitting there, he just kind of looks around. Tomato. And everybody, it's goofy, it's silly, it's a lot of fun. And, I just have a good time with it. But anyway, now, I know I'm not really talking too much about the movie because, like I said, I've reviewed this before in the past. But what I wanted to talk about was the MVD edition of this. And this is an amazing edition, yeah, unfortunately, I did the stupid thing. I got rid of the, I used to have the slipcover and everything else. And, me being the genius that I am, at one point I decided it would be a great idea to take all my Blu-rays and sleeve them, to save space because I was living in a confined area. So I started sleeving all of them, and thus I decided to recycle the slipcover. I know, I'm a piece of scum. I'm going to hell. It is what it is. It's like, when the time comes and I have to meet my maker, I'll have to deal with that. But I do have the poster, though. The poster is framed on my wall. If you were to go to my channel, Tara and Tats, and you watch my, you watch my tour video of my apartment, where I'm showing everything off, you'll see I have the poster framed. Unfortunately, the frame I got was just a wee bit a little too big, so I need to get a much smaller frame, because unfortunately the posters, these MVD, releases come with, really nice posters. Just unfortunately, just the posters are not very big. They're actually quite small. But to give you an idea, just kind of look at the cover here. That's what you see here. That's pretty much what the poster looks like. But I do have the poster, and I do have it framed and on my wall. But yeah, just this is an amazing edition. And like I said, I'm actually surprised that a movie like this, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised by it because this movie has definitely gained quite a bit of a cult status over the decades. And it must have if it ended up gaining like 3 sequels. And I think like I said, if I remember correctly, I think they even did like a cartoon series of it. So, it definitely had to have like a, it has to have quite a bit of a cult following to it. But yeah, but like I said, back in the day that Anchor Bay did a really nice box collector edition of it. Like I said, I wish I had that. But it was beautiful box edition that they did for that movie. And then, now we got this, and, you got loads of bonus features on here. Oh, man, that's the only bad part. It's kind of hard to read these. You have audio commentary with, co-writer, director John DeBello, writer, co-star Steve Peace, and, let's see here, creator Costa Dillon, I think. 3 deleted scenes, 7 featurettes, Legacy of a Legend, Crash and Burn. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna sit here and try to read it. I'm sorry, just the maybe you can like pause it and read it there. I'm sorry, it's so small. My eyesight isn't really the best. So yeah, I'm really sorry I can't really read that. So maybe if you want to, you can pause and read all that. But you can see it's like they you definitely got a nice selection of bonus features on this, and they did a really nice addition. The transfer on this looks absolutely stunning, and and this is just standard 1080p Blu-ray. But when I sit here and watch it on my 4K TV, oh man, maybe I might have to just fine tune my picture just a tiny bit. But oh my God, it will knock you on your butt for a movie that came out all these 1978. Yeah, for a 1978 movie. I mean, this looks astonishing. The transfer they did on this is great. The sound quality is amazing. And MVD, they really do a great job with a lot of their releases. I know, I've heard a couple of, I think it was Glenn maybe who said, that, I don't know. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I think, maybe it was Glenn. Somebody said that, might have been, said that they got a release. I think he said it was Shadow Builder, and said that he got in. Just the print transfer really wasn't very good, but for the most part, I think MVD does a pretty stellar job on a lot of their releases. And I would definitely say if you're a fan of this movie, then yeah, you're gonna want this Blu-ray. And still, yeah, I'm probably gonna end up cutting this. For me, this is short. I'm looking at the clock; it's 11 minutes, so this is kind of short for me, but. I would definitely say, yeah, if you like, just screwball comedies, you don't mind a movie where you can just turn your brain off and just let yourself be entertained, and just try to have a good laugh at it. Don't take it too seriously. But this here, the MVD Blu-ray of Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, they did a bang up job on it, and I highly recommend it. And, I promise you, the theme song is definitely going to get stuck in your head. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. So anyway, yeah, I think I've said enough. So that's it, everybody. So if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it, and I appreciate you for doing it. I also hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a like. If you haven't already, go and subscribe to the BodyBags channel. We have a different reviewer, one for every day of the week. I'm the Saturday reviewer. We have great guys. Everybody's doing great stuff. We have more fun theme weeks coming up and everything. We got some, everybody's coming up with some really fun ideas and, yeah. And I think we're going to have some good content for everybody, some fun, entertaining videos to watch. So everybody just kind of keep up with that. So, that's it, everybody. Oh, and, a little bit of shameless self-promotion. I always get tongue-tied on that one. A little bit of shameless self-promotion. If, you might decide you want to, go ahead and check out my channel, Sharon, Tats, and, doing, I just did, like I said, I did an apartment tour video showing my little chamber of horrors that I live in here, and, 4K Blu-ray reviews, all that kind of good stuff. So, yeah, check that out as well. So, that's it, everybody. Take care. Have a good night, and I'll see you later.